Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Awakening to Your Story live videos. um, I had some good feedback from last week, and so I thought we would keep going as long as it's a useful tool and it's fun. Let's be here together. Um, this week on the Awakening to Your Story content, Weekly Love, that comes out tomorrow, we are talking about this truth of belonging. And it's interesting just how much this topic of not belonging and feeling excluded or feeling outside of your group that you want to be in or outside of your family dynamic really hit for people. Um, this YouTube platform is not something that I did first. I didn't share everything here first on YouTube. I really focused on Awakening to Your Story, the website. And so when I started putting my videos on YouTube, I didn't really know what kind of audience I was going to find or what kind of interaction there was going to be. And one video from a couple years ago has had quite a bit of momentum behind it. And there's been some beautiful conversations that I've been able to have with people through that video. And it all stemmed from this fundamental place of wanting to belong and wanting to feel like your worth and value was being met by the people in your life. And I think it's a really valuable topic, whether you're not feeling like you're belonging because we're more separated right now than we used to be, or if there's an actual dynamic going on with your friends or your family or whatever the case may be. I want to talk to you about this place of contrast from feeling like you don't belong and that you're left out to feeling like you know the depth of which you belong. And it's interesting because so often I think we become dependent on this sense of belonging from other people. We look to other people to prove that we belong. We look to other friendships to show us that we belong and that we are worthy and valuable. And if those friendships and relationships show us something different, where we're being excluded or we're not fitting in the way that we want to, or people aren't paying attention to us for whatever reason, we end up in this place where doubt about who we truly are sneaks in. This sense that, oh, maybe I don't belong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's me. Maybe something within me is off. And then we start to just spiral into this like essence of, oh no, I'm not enough. I obviously am not doing things right. And this is what I want to remind you about today. Um, and if you're live here with me and you want to ask a question, please feel free to do that. I want you to know that I'm here for you and that I do these videos, whether you're live with me here or you are in the comments with me after the video's done. Um, I'm here for you, to help you feel better within your story, within your heart, within your experience. So please feel free to engage in any way that you want to, that feels comfortable. But this place where we are distracted by the outside source determining who we are and how we feel about ourselves, we have to be super careful with, because this is the reality. Your belonging is not determined by someone else. Your worth, not determined by someone else. Your value, not determined by someone else. And we have to be really careful that we're not asking them, whoever they are, to validate who we are. That starts within us. So I want to remind you that focus and momentum determine how you feel. The thoughts that you have in your mind determine how you feel and what you're experiencing in front of you. And so when you're in this place of focusing on them because you're excluded, right? Because you are having these feelings of exclusion and you want to be in there and you want to be with them and you want them to see you and love you and validate you. Your focus is on them. And you can't change them. You can't ask them to see you. You have to see yourself first. So, the really valuable thing is to turn away from focusing on them, turn inward to your own heart and focus there. And I know that's counterintuitive. I know that that's not necessarily how we're trained. But if you can come to that place of knowing your belonging, knowing your value, knowing your worth, then nobody else can take that from you. And what you'll find is when you focus there and you create ownership for that, then the world around you reflects that back to you. So I want to tell you how much you belong in case you don't know, in case no one's told you, or in case you forgot. We all can use the reminders. You are the only you this world will ever know. You have a seat at the table of humanity. You came into this world as you, your heart, your body, your mind, your soul, completely unique. And that seat at the table of humanity is designed only for you. What more belonging is there? You are valuable. You are worthy. You belong, right? You come from a huge lineage of love, a vast lineage of love. The divine source energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever your belief system is, wove that love right into every fiber of your being. You are you at the table of humanity. And when you focus at the wonder and the miracle that you are, and you start to breathe that in and set back into it and create ownership for what a true miracle you are and how much value and worth you have as the completely unique being that you are, that you are. I mean, how can anybody start to chip away at that when you focus there at your heart? You have a completely unique expression of love and sense of truth and expression of life that you bring to the table of humanity. And whether you're walking down the street and you see someone that you've never met, a stranger, and you say hello or you wave or you smile, you affect the people around you. And it's the same if you are not in that place of ownership of your truth and of your light and of everything that's in you. You can wave at somebody or you can flip somebody off, and you are creating something with that other person at the table of humanity. And you get to choose what you want to create, how you want to feel, and who you want to be at the table. You belong there. You belong here. And your value and your worth and your sense of belonging are not up for negotiation unless you put them there. Your worth and value are not attributed to your wealth, to what you look like, to what you've accomplished, to your grades, to how many friends you have, what they're doing, what they're not doing, whether or not you have a whole family or a split and separated family, whether you've traveled the world or you've never left your backyard. None of that determines who you are. Doesn't matter how many people follow you, how many people like you, how many people have seen you. What matters is your heart and your story and how you feel within that heart and story. So, one of the things that I really want you to take away today is that you belong. But you have to focus not on them, but on your own heart, on your own story, on your own value, on your own worth. Focusing there will allow the rest of the world to come up and reflect that back to you. Try it. Now, the other thing that I really want you to take away is that you're not alone. Awakening to Your Story, whether you go to awakeningtoyourstory.com or you are here with us on YouTube, it's like a place where you can be heard, where you can use your voice, where you can be inspired, where you can learn, where you can feel the love. I want to create this place for you where you can always have that love and that value and that worth reflected back to you. So comment, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're feeling, tell me what you're needing, and show me where your heart is. And know that I will show up and I will reflect that love back to you. So that's the video for today. But my email goes out tomorrow. The Weekly Love email goes out on Thursdays. So whatever day you're watching this, you can always subscribe to that email in the comments of the video. You can always go to awakeningtoyourstory.com. There's a beautiful blog post that will go live on Thursday about this very topic. I'll put a link in the video here too. But please take away the truth that you, the miraculous human being that you are valuable. You're worthy. You're a freaking miracle put into motion. And you 100% belong. Okay, until next time, know that I am holding a place of love for you, where that belonging, that worth, that value, it's undeniable to you. I'll talk to you again soon.